Hey guys, wanted to do a short video on the lasers real quick. After I mentioned it in the last video, I got several emails from people just wondering what I used them for, and that were new to the project, and then from other people that have been following the project wanting to know where to get them. So I figured I'd just cover that real quick in this video. Sorry about the RC car stuff in the way. Taking that out with my kid tomorrow, so but maybe I'll put some lasers on it. So I have two different lasers, and this one that I have now is the one that I use the most. So this is a crosshair laser, and I pretty much got off of eBay, and you can find them all over eBay. Just be careful when you look for a crosshair laser that you get the one that has a wide angle to it. There's some that have almost like a rifle scope crosshair. It's real tiny, and so just be careful with that. I'll make this connect again, because if you get those, then you won't be able to produce a wide span on the car that you're trying to project the laser on. So essentially what I would use this for is to measure, to really find the center line on the car, and then directly find the horizontal line to the center line, so whatever X, Y axis. And so if this was X and this was Y, then I'd always have an exact 90 degrees off the center line. And what I would use it for is, let's see, okay, hang on. Okay, RC car coming in handy now. So what I'd use it for is I would project it down onto the center of the car using the gantry system that I had, and it moved down the whole length of the car. It always followed the center line. And what I would use these, like if this is X and this is Y axis, I would measure from the center to the edge of a certain area on the Y axis, and create a measurement mark, and then I would be able to go on to the opposite side and make sure that it measured the same over there, so that it kept the car symmetrical. And I would basically just use it as a checking device. When I cut the wood out and the foam and shaped it and added all the fiberglass, I had to constantly go by and double check all the measurements, make sure everything was symmetrical. So this is just a tool for doing that, and I would use just some type of measuring stick or tape or device to create my marks on in certain points on the car. So it would just basically go down the car like this, and hopefully that shows up in the video. I don't know, I can't tell since this is shiny, but it would go down the center of the car, and then I would take measurements on the sides and just wherever I needed to. That's the nice thing about the lasers, it wraps around a lot of the bends and turns and corners and stuff like that, so pretty handy. Then I have this other type of laser, so which is just a single line laser, and these I got from a local store called Harbor Freight. If you're in the US, I'm sure there's some around in your area. Just kind of found them by accident, and they're pretty handy. They have little magnets on the bottom. They stick to anything, or you can actually screw them down to something, and they pivot, and they have a little turn dial along with a button on the back to turn them off. So pretty simple to use. And what I would do with these is I mounted these on the side of the gantry, and I would mark the areas where the top laser wouldn't get to. So as the car wrapped around to the bottom side, quarter panels or whatever, to the underneath of the car, I can use these to get that area. And then I had another one on the other side that did the same thing. So pretty handy to use for marking and just creating symmetry between both sides of whatever you're working on. that's about it really on the lasers. Try not to have the RC car stuff in the way next time. So I still don't have a lot of space in the garage, so so hopefully that'll be done soon. But yeah, so I have a ton of these, and you can cut the base off of these if you wanted to, and use it to mount, you know, to something if you wanted to. That's like I said, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of details on that. You know, check out eBay. I think you can get these on eBay. These on eBay also. I'm not really sure what to call them. I know if you do a search for crosshair laser, you'll find these. They're about they come in like packages of 6 and 12. I think I bought a lot. I bought like 2 packages of 12. And like a pack of 12 was like, I think it was like $4 with $2 shipping, or it was $2 with $4 shipping. I don't know, something crazy. It's pretty cheap actually, and they got here in about a week. Came from China, of course. They just come in a little bag like this, and you have to wire them up yourself. So what I would use, like I'm using with this, is like a cell phone charger, and they, you know, you need something that's around between 5 to 7 volts and between 700 to 900 milliamps on the voltage and all that. So the chargers for your cell phones seem to be about that same voltage range, and they work pretty good. And you can put them in series if you wanted to, and run a few of these crosshairs down your car and create like a grid pattern. It's a lot of aligning. That's probably the most difficult thing with these, is trying to align them true up and down. And so basically where this starts and where this is, it needs to be truly vertical, which is pretty difficult to do. So when I build the gantry, I'll actually show you guys how I do it, and it works pretty good. So that's kind of the only tricky part about that when you have it running over the top of the car, is having it, you know, truly vertical, because if it's skewed in any way, then it throws off the alignment all the way down the car, and your measurements are jacked up. So you know, if you know, whatever the project is you're doing, you'll notice pretty quickly if it's skewed. But yeah, that's the biggest thing with these, is just getting them kind of calibrated, I guess, to true vertical. So that's about it on those, and I'll try to cover, you know, more detail on that when I actually start assembling the new gantry setup on my ceiling, and I'll show you how I mount the lasers, and then how they're really used on the car more. So I won't have the RC car. So anyway, I'll check with you guys next time, and just stay tuned. See you guys later. Bye.